Hello everyone, this is Amergan, and you're very welcome to the wonderful universe that is Star Trek Fleet Command. Today I'm going to take a look at some officers, perhaps upgrade some of those officers, and hopefully maximise the rewards from these events that are currently going on. Sometimes guys I wouldn't try to finish the event because it may not be worth the outlay of officer EXP there. For example, for me at my level, and that amount of G3 or G2 or ore or gas or whatever it might be just doesn't seem to be worth it. The Latinum perhaps, but to spend an extra 100k officer EXP just doesn't seem to be worth it. But today I might max that out because we've also got the Dominion event going on, which offers a certain amount of rewards at 100k as well. So let's try and spend about 100k officer EXP on some of these officers, but before we do that, we'll look just through some of the officers that I have unlocked. Many of you can just pause this video if you want to look in more detail, or go into your own game and just check out the officer tab and look through their abilities that way. What you will see here is perhaps some cost involved in upgrading some of these officers when they get to a certain level. And some of you are wondering maybe how has this guy got so many officers, or you might be wondering why I've got so much officer EXP there or Latinum. And just a wee word on that to explain it. I was a founder server player. I was an original beta player, like a number of people on the server I play on. We've been playing this game for nigh on 2 years now. We've gone through, I think this is the 4th incarnation of the game. We've gone through a lot of upheaval, and we've had the game reset on us. We've had ships all taken away through server merges and officers taken away through server merges. So all of that hard work over the space of a year or two, before the game went to global launch and the server merger happened, we got generic packs based on our level. And I think I was level 24 at the time, and got a generic pack. Thank you, Spark. I got a generic pack that offered me all of the resources reimbursed, it seems, to replace what I had lost. There was originally a promise of a special gift for the very original beta players, but I've yet to see that transpire, and I doubt it's going to happen now at this stage. Capacious one we can level up there perhaps, and do that shortly. So yeah, the key to this, guys, is to stockpile your officer EXP. Stockpile your officer EXP, stockpile your ship EXP. Don't go running to upgrade an officer as soon as you've got the EXP. Save it. And I'll show you why now in a wee minute. So we're here onto Vela. Vela's a nice officer. You can see 37.5k there at level 11 to go to level 12, 820 strength. But he's a nice officer, I like him. So here's Cadet Zulu, 100k for promotion and 1000 Federation credits. Quite an expense. He's at Lieutenant Commander, grade 4. And I'm only halfway through leveling him up, you can see. At 385 strength, he's not one of the stronger officers available, but quite expensive. Hadley's an interesting one. Hadley was one of these officers back in the day that would have offered extra warp distance like Cadet Scotty, but now they fixed that and he only offers extra warp speed. Some of Nero's crew generally are quite strong. They're nice in battleships. One of my personal favourites, Emerald. I like that 20% attack. So we're coming close to Enterprise Zulu here now, and you'll see that he's not as high a rank as Cadet Zulu. His strength is more. His level is lower. So one can only imagine what the cost would be on Enterprise Zulu once you get him to the rank of Lieutenant Commander. Arcady is a nice officer if you equip him on the bridge with other Enterprise officers. Hendorf's one of these new officers that I've just recently unlocked due to the Alliance rewards. I'm lucky enough, like I say, to come from a founder server where what's probably the oldest Alliance in the game have stuck together through all of the different incarnations. I'm lucky enough that we can win these events for Alliances more often than not. No, we don't want to look at the pring just yet. So 0.6%. I don't know if that's 6% or it's a mistake and it should be 60%. If anybody has tested this, please let me know. Leave a comment, mention it on Discord. Maybe it's wishful thinking to think she's 60%, but anybody who's done any testing, please let me know. So the first of our G3 dedicated officers, you equip this guy as your captain, and he offers bonuses to mining G3 ore. And it's worth noting, guys, that an officer like Kabish, who's dedicated to titanium, his secondary ability, if he's equipped on the bridge alongside one of them guys, will offer extra defensive capability. So Kabish is a nice option to stick with stun or with this guy for crystal. Or with T'Pring there for gas. So Zara is one of these dedicated officers to the station. So she'll sit on the bridge of your ship, she'll sit in the captain's chair while you go to sleep and leave your ship docked in your station to defend it. This guy offers defensive capabilities in your station as well. So it's really a toss-up for you guys between, do you want your strongest officers or do you want these officers that have got dedicated abilities to defend in your station? Bit disappointed with Spock, guys. You can see he's rare, he's blue, he's a rare thing, and given his position within the Star Trek universe and Star Trek lore, you'd imagine a Spock would have been an excellent, outstanding officer as opposed to on a par with, say, this guy or some of the other officers we're going to look at in a minute. You'd imagine he would have been particularly outstanding, probably should deserve to be an epic officer, but they have him at rare, they have him in along with guys like this. Now, having said that, Livis is a nice officer. I find that when I equip him anywhere on the ship, that he offers that extra little bit of a boost of 1 or 2%, so he's a nice officer. Test him out, have a bit of fun with him, playing with him. So Moreau is one of these officers that again has become available recently through the Alliance event. But they've changed her abilities in the recent update. I haven't done any testing on this, so that's another thing, guys. If anybody's done testing on Moreau, then please leave a comment or send me a message in Discord, and I'd be happy to hear from you. Romulan tenacity is a bit wordy, but looks like it's a nice ability. So like I was saying about Spock, this officer here is on a par in terms of rarity and what have you for Spock. I don't know about you, but Kurla and officers like this, in my brain, they're not on a par with a Spock. Spock would certainly at least deserve, I think, epic status like this guy. Darwin's one that was available among the rewards for the Alliance event as well. This guy too, one more shard I can unlock him. Couple of shards, 4 more and I'll get Leslie. And the one I'm looking most forward to is Nero, another 9 shards. So let's open a couple of crates. A bit of recruiting. So premium recruit. Let's open one of these. Thank you, Baz. Okay, every little bit helps. So standard recruit, 3 chests. Oops, let's open one more of those. Okay, the handy thing about keeping an officer like Cadet Zulu that you've seen earlier unpromoted is when his shards come out, you'll get 1,000 officer EXP in lieu of the shards. So, who will we upgrade here? What did we say? Did we say with the Klingon? There you go, Kabish. We'll give him a bit of experience. There you go. This should get us a chunk of the rewards out of the officer event, at least. There we go. Nice little hobby in the officer event. Collect those. Winner. This should be Dominion. There you are. So that's why you stockpile, guys, so that you can maximize the rewards when these events seem to happen at the same time. So we've 19k in the officer event to go. So may as well finish that off for the sake of 20k less officer EXP and get that platinum. And the Dominion event, 100k to go. We've got 110. I think we'll settle at that because I'm not spending 100k to just go that extra far, an extra wee bit, go that far. So we'll get the extra 20 to finish the officer event. We'll leave that at that. Okay, so this should see us there, hopefully. There we go. So there you are, guys. I'm practically done. Thanks very much. Leave a like and I'll catch up with you again. Cheers.